it could be the very best time ever for people to sell your home. Inventory is low. Prices are still strong in Southern California, although, we're seeing evidence that prices are starting to go down in other parts of the market. This is now July. Let me just show you. This is a NAR settlement fact from July 3rd. I'm bringing this up for a reason. On page 30 here, on paragraph number 30, you may or may not be aware, but the real estate industry is going crazy right now with class action suits. The National Association of Realtors and many large brokerages got rung up for $1.8 billion, and they're settling for hundreds of millions of dollars. And here's the issue. The class action lawyers and the DOJ do not think home sellers should be offering compensation to buyer's agents. The DOJ thinks it can lead to unethical situations, and they're trying to get costs down too. That's because of all this inflation that's been caused. It seems like they're trying to go after any industry where they think the fees are high. And the class action lawyers are going after realtors, one, because realtors are easy targets. Everyone dislikes them and juries will ring them up. But they're saying that compensation is not something listing agents should be pre-negotiating for the buyer's agents. So the question is now, on July 3rd, what is NAR's advice about offers of compensation? Offers of compensation will continue to be an option consumers can pursue off the MLS. In other words, zero on the MLS through negotiation consultation with real estate professionals. And I can tell you from the short sale time when CAR, California Association of Realtors, and NAR, National Association of Realtors, said real estate professionals, they were talking about true professionals who can discuss this with you, who are licensed to do it. They're talking about lawyers and tax advisors in short sales. So realtors weren't licensed to talk about tax consequences. In fact, many tax advisors are not if they're not lawyers. But the point is, that's why they say real estate professionals. If they meant realtors, they would have said realtors or licensed agents. This means lawyers. So if you're going to offer compensation to buyer's agents, you need to talk with a lawyer so they can protect you. For instance, I've crafted this generic draft that makes, I would demand, if I'm a seller, that the buyer handwrite in the amount of compensation being offered to lawyers or realtors or as concession costs into this. I know lots of realtors think, oh, we'll just offer concessions. Well, it needs to be handwritten. They need to sign these things. It needs to be crafted specifically, if you're working with us, for your situation with that buyer. I would also, because I know from having sold lots of homes, many times smart buyers, and they're going to get smarter now because they're like, lots of times buyer's agents are going to try to make them sign forms ahead of time that they don't want to sign with respect to levels of compensation. We'll be calling the listing agent, in this case, me, directly. And they'll be saying, can you represent me in this transaction? And I'm going to talk to you ahead about it. This is what the strategy section is for. Do you want your listing agent to represent buyers? If so, when, how, under what process? I've already done that many times. I have a process for it. I'll talk to you about it. You can say no, but if you say yes, because you're more likely to get more offers and stronger offers if buyers are protected. If you say yes, I'll tell you how we do it. We do it with forms. I would take some of my fee of this $12,500 fee right now when you're seeing this video and make sure that the buyer signs releases specific to the situation related to that fee, and that on the closing documents, it says that I offered $500 to $1,000 to that buyer so that buyer could speak with an attorney, and I'll have that money go directly to the attorney. So that, I'm not sure I can get an attorney to say, yes, I advise buyers about all the conflicts of interest. I advise the buyer about all the conflicts of interest, but I can have the buyer sign an agreement saying they spoke with the attorney and that they understand all these things, and these are the conflicts they understand happens in this situation, and they accept it because they want to be protected. We're doing it for them, not for the seller, not to mess up the buyer. Basically, I might even ask them to waive any future rights to be part of a class action. Like, those are things we'll talk to you about. That's the whole point of this strategy session. And if you're working with us, we'll protect you. Now, at the end of our consultation, it might turn out like you'll be able to decide if you want to work with us, but I'll also decide it might turn out that I would love to work with you, but I don't want to be your listing agent. I want to refer it out to someone somewhere else in the country because I'm not licensed there, or somewhere else in California, because I feel what you're trying to accomplish might best happen with basically a stooge. We'll put a listing agent in there and once I offer compensation to buyer's agents, doesn't mind the risk, and I'll protect you as your attorney. I'll do the best. I'll say, this is the best we can do. This is how we would do it. And we'll get a listing agent in front of us for you. Because I don't, especially for $12,000, I don't need to risk my assets, my family's future, if we're going to be, at risk of class action suits or even lawsuits after the closing if the buyer becomes disgruntled because prices have gone down, because interest rates go up and the bottom fell out and they're looking to get out. Like, I don't want to be sued. I don't want you to be sued. I want to protect you as best I can. So during this consultation, I'm going to say, hey, yeah, let's start off offering zero. If a buyer agent asks for a level of compensation and it's submitted with the offer, you can consider it. But under those circumstances, we need this release signed and we need them to have an attorney. All right, that's one scenario I envision us working together. But let's say your situation demands either a fast sale and you're willing to sell directly to these fast buyers. You're probably all seeing these advertising. I'll show you how we do that. I'd let you sell. I'd say take in offers from them. I'd say let us bring in 3 or 4 people we know. Let us see if we can do better than your fast sell buyers. But nevertheless, I'll agree. Let me make sure that you have good disclosures, because you need those disclosures to protect you even from those fast sell buyers. I'll also show you other tricks that these fast sell buyers do that I'll tell you during our consult about how you can make sure that these people are serious buyers and it's not just a wholesaler looking to tie your home up and flip it out to someone else for 30 days and tie you up. Show you how we help people avoid that, because that's one of the big scenarios. All these fast sale buyers, a lot of them have gone on the internet and learned a technique called wholesaling. You want to avoid those people like the plague, in my opinion, if you're trying to sell quickly. Also, I'll talk to you about how to avoid many buyers, whether it's fast sale or not, will go in and try to win the bidding war and then come back and negotiating with you after doing inspections. I'll tell you how we can help avoid those scenarios. So these are, depending on your goals, these are things we bring up during the consultation. Now, I'm at 6 minutes and 48 seconds. So I'd say, and you'll see this on the next forms if you go through, but I'll say have 3 questions prepared for us. The 3 most important questions have them prepared for your consultation. I'll ask you some questions about your goals during the consultation, and then we'll decide if we can work together, if we just can't work together at all, or if it's best that I work with you as an attorney. And in this case, I wouldn't be charging. I'll be referring you out for a referral fee, and then you'll work with a listing agent somewhere around the country outside of Southern California. If you're in Southern California, I have realtors on my team that will take care of it. If you're somewhere else in the country, we're really discussing, you're getting sort of a free strategy session. Then you decide whether you'd like me to help you, in which case we'll refer you out to a listing agent somewhere. And I'll talk to you about that too. Like I've helped lots of people doing it that way. I'll tell you how I think you might be able to get the best one, or you might want to refer it out to a friend, in which case I'll be sitting back there protecting you. John McConnin, flatfeeadvantage.com. I look forward to our consultation. Just fill out the form below or give us a call. You'll probably see the number on the website at flatfeeadvantage.com. Thank you.